Hey everyone, at Buffer we think about customer support quite differently to other companies, so I thought it might be interesting to talk about some of those differences. For a start, we call our customer support team members at Buffer happiness heroes. And the other thing is that we pay them pretty well compared to the market average based on our salary formula. So maybe we just start with, why do we call them happiness heroes? And why not just customer support rep or something like that?
Yeah, and I think that's a really good one. I think the key kind of a background where I think we've come up with the title is, if you think about the Buffer values and Buffer culture, the first value that we have is focus on positivity and happiness. And if you think about who how we can achieve that the best, or who in the company kind of has a chance to do that on a day-to-day basis. And obviously everyone is able to do that, right? Engineer is able to do that by, product person. At the same time, someone who, on the customer service team, they interact and, speak with customers on a day-to-day basis. They have really the opportunity to make people happy, every day by, giving them a completely different experience than they would have had, or they would have been, maybe angry, or help them to be, have a better day because of the way they interacted with us. So I think connecting that to our first, value, and really making those people the professional happiness givers in a sense, I think it's been a key reason.
Yeah. The other cool thing is that right from the beginning, we decided that customer service, or great customer service, would be half of the vision that we have for Buffer. So half has kind of always been focused around the product and the space, and how we can help people with social media. The other half has always been focused around customer support. So we phrase it as, the vision is to set the bar for great customer support. And so I think from that regard, that's also another reason why we wanted to have a different title for people in the team doing that, because we believe that we want to, we're already hitting very high levels, but we want to, we aspire to do even more and kind of get to a point where customer service, or that experience with Buffer doesn't really resemble something at a different company, right? We want to really go beyond. So, just in the last month, some of the numbers we've had is that 93% of people that emailed Buffer for customer support, any questions, got a reply within 6 hours, and I think it was 70% or so, or 65 maybe, within 1 hour as well. So really getting to the point where the majority of emails get a reply within 6 hours, and a very high portion of them get an email pretty much right away. And we're going further, live chat and things like that as well. So.
Yeah, I think it definitely comes with the vision. I think and that's actually another point that I think we've reflected on only recently is, if externally they represent happiness, right? A customer comes in, they talk to them, get the response fast, right? At the same time, I'm recently chatting with other team members. It's like they ask like how can I improve with the Buffer values, fit in better, live the values better, and I actually realized that our happiness heroes are often the ones that really are in line with our values to align so incredibly well that they're huge inspiration for me, and I think for both of us. And if I often say, just look at how this Adam or Mary or Åsa, or we have many other heroes by now. How they go about interacting, not just with customers, but also with other team members, and how they send emails. And I think you have many.
It's especially interesting. I think we have this one concept that we try and think about a lot, which is it's not just about the experience within email or within one of our customer support channels, right? Like you say, it goes really beyond that, because we believe that happiness is key for a productive team and for the whole company, right? So I think that's been really interesting. We have this idea that if we go and get dinner together, the happiness heroes are the ones that are gonna, it's kind of like the idea that any person they come in contact with, anything, anyone they touch, they're gonna leave them happier, right? So the waiter comes by, and maybe they don't have the dish that they were initially going for, or something like that, or maybe they get the wrong dish that they brought to them, and it's really interesting to see how well they'll handle situations like that and still be.
They're real professionals, right? In the sense that any interaction, they can turn it into a happy interaction no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit, behind the story. Often people ask, what do happiness heroes do at Buffer? And we just wanted to explain a little bit that it goes far beyond just customer support, and hope that gives a few insights, and we'd love to hear, what everyone else is thinking about the topic.